I'm not crying, you're crying. No, I just took my drops for my dry eye. Hey everybody, how you doing? It's me, Steve. I haven't posted on this channel for a while because this channel's not really, at least it hasn't been a very important channel. It's just kind of a catch-all for other stuff I do. The time has come to start being an adult, start doing adulting things. So I've been having pain that has been attributed to fibromyalgia for about almost 16 months now. And I've been riding it out. And of course, I didn't know until just a little while back that I had fibromyalgia. We spent like a little over a year trying to figure out what this was, test after test, narrowing it down. And the one thing I haven't been great at altering is my diet. And this just kind of gives you an outline as to my diet over the course of a lengthy period of time in my life. The last 3 years, I've probably eaten better than I have in, the 10 years before that. But that's not really saying much. So my dietary habits have consisted of, and I didn't even realize this till I started looking into it, have included a lot of gluten and a lot of preservatives. Whether I was paying attention at the time or not, the hardest thing in the world for me to give up now is going to be the energy drinks, which have a particular preservative in it that I've been told by at least one person was a major cause for their fibromyalgia. Now I'm not going into this because I literally had someone tell me that they got over fibromyalgia by cutting certain things out of their diet. I'm not expecting that to happen. I'm just trying to do the next thing to be healthier, and hopefully it will help in that regard. So it's September 15th. And the time has come. I made out a list of, primarily anti-inflammatory food, or at least food that doesn't cause inflammation. And it's going to be real rough. I'm one of the, obviously, based on my past diet, I'm one of those people that eats to really enjoy himself, So, there's still things that I like that I can still have. And then there's other things I like that I just need to tweak a little bit. I've already started having tea more regularly again, which I primarily started not to really help with any ailments I had, but mostly because I'm just so bad at remembering to drink water and putting the tea bags in there and giving it a little bit of flavor. I'm 35 years old. I should be better than that, but that helps me remember to drink my water more frequently. So I'm going to have to keep having energy drinks at least for a few more days just to wean them down, and then transition to maybe just the caffeine from the tea to kind of transition out of, getting as much caffeine as I have each day. And one of the main reasons I've been getting a lot of caffeine is I have fibromyalgia and I'm fatigued and tired all the time. And I'm working 35 hours a week. So it's hard to cut back on that stuff when you're just like, oh, please help me. Please help me. So today it begins. I'm going to hit up the store before going to work, get some health things, figure out how to regularly eat healthy while I'm at work, which is so hard to do. Fresh off the max. Going to hit up the store. I've typed out a little list on my iPhone here so I know generally what to look for at the store instead of just wandering around and being like, wait, what am I supposed to be transferring to? Ooh, somebody left me some grapes. What the hell? Those actually look like good grapes. Why would somebody discard something so magical? I bought some stuff to eat. I got a salad. I'm going to try to use minimal amount of the dressing on it. There's other stuff with it, so it shouldn't be that big of a sacrifice. But I bought some black beans, some lentils. I should get me some quinoa, because I don't think I've ever had quinoa before. If I have, I don't remember it. So I'm going to try to post these videos at least by the day after that I'm recording them. That's not always going to be easy, and there's no guarantees that that'll happen, but I'm gonna try it because I want to post about this almost daily. It's kind of my daily adventure through going after my fibro, and it's just been a weird, chaotic week. I'm trying to open with one hand here. My backpack has become this haven for health. Not this. This is just for tomorrow. I'm slowly trying to wean myself off of these. You can't just go cold turkey with caffeine, and I'm gonna trade more over towards caffeine from tea anyway. I just went and got some more stuff. I spent $50. Well, I mean, half of that was these for my dry eye, unrelated. But I got my black beans. I got my the lentils. God, some tuna, fish. Speaking of fish, I got a big jumbo bastard of fish oil. And it's fun. I got some fruits and stuff kind of buried underneath this, and a salad. And I got some ginger root to help with the stomach, and turmeric. These are all things that were recommended to me by people with what I got. And I'm gonna order on the recommendation of somebody else. I'm gonna get some mushroom supplements. I'm not a mushroom fan at all, but sacrifices are needed at this time in my life. All right, so I'm about to go back out to work from my break. Why is my face so red? Yeah. So also, just so you know, and it's not to be weird or anything, I'm turning off. There's somebody coming in. I'm turning off comments for these videos. You know, not to be oddball or sketchy or anything. It's just, I know when you're talking about your medical stuff, and you're trying to, you know, do better, you can get a lot of people coming in and telling you, oh, well, that's not right, you should do this instead. And then someone else comes on, no, that's not right. And people start telling you how to do your life, essentially. And a lot of people that are doing that are people that don't have experience, or they're just trying to push this medical agenda on you or that medical, and I don't need that. So if you want to watch this, that's fine, but I'm turning off comments for these videos because I don't need 500 different, not that these videos are going to ever get 500 comments, but for the sake of hyperbole, I don't need like 500 different people coming on here all telling me different information. None of these people of whom are doctors, many of whom probably have never had fibromyalgia. They just think they know what it is. I don't need that drama, so that's why comments are going to be turned off for these videos. Oh man. Work day's over. I'm just walking home. When I get home, I need to find a way to scrounge up 1,000 calories real quick, because I've only had about 900 today. Just worked a 9-hour shift, and despite the health changes, I really do need like the 2,000 calories at least a day. If I start dipping down to like 1,750, 1,800 a day, I start feeling real woozy. I'm taking the sketchy way home because I honestly feel safer going this way right now, because the way that I've been going, the next max stop up, I noticed a memorial there recently. Walked past it a few times. Figured it was probably someone that got hit by a car, but I decided to look it up. Found out that apparently this guy and a fellow companion went to the 7-Eleven up there, and while they were there, they got accosted by a couple of women, and when the guy went to break it up, this guy stepped up and shot him dead right there on the street. So while that's hardly a every night occurrence, all of a sudden going that way, wherein I would have no choice but to go right by the 7-Eleven, that's suddenly starting to feel like I'm just feeling anxiety about going that way, knowing what happened there recently. So I'm taking this way, which is the way I used to go all the time before it started getting really, well, it's been pretty much kind of sketchy ever since I went back to work back in March, but so it's really not a great way. It's interestingly enough, it's been a little easier getting home working these 2 to 11 shifts. There actually has been a lot less, I don't know, sketchy types. In fact, like a week and a half ago, I actually had the Max train all to myself the last 2 stops. And that, because the homeless people are always going to be, the homeless people aren't what really bug me. It's just the sketchy people, the kind of people that are going to walk up and shoot someone in front of a 7-Eleven or of that like. The sketchy people that aren't homeless. Well, as the weather gets cooler, starts raining, it's gonna keep more of the sketchy people off the street. At least I hope. I'm interested in dabbling, cooking up some stuff with the lentils I got and the black beans and the brown rice, and trying some other stuff out. Maybe getting some slightly higher quality oatmeal, because I am an oatmeal fan. And oatmeal is, as I was reading, in and of itself, it is gluten-free, but oftentimes it tends to be in facilities where gluten is heavily present, so sometimes you just don't know, some gluten's gonna sneak in there. But I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to severely decrease the amount of gluten that I'm having from what I've been having in the past, because when I knew general details about gluten, but I didn't really know a lot about it. And then I actually really started looking up what is gluten most prominent in. It's like 80% of the stuff I eat with any regularity. So I'm like, oh, well, there's part of the problem adjusted. I need to cut back on this demon gluten. Never thought I'd become one of those people that's like, I need to pursue my gluten-free options, but if that's what it's gonna take to help me feel just a little bit better, then I go for it. And I apologize, I'm disappearing as I walk into the darkness of this back street. Oh man, so I forgot all about this. So there was a porta potty sitting right here about a week ago, and I love how it's been leaned up. Somebody torched it, like torched. And I know a lot of homeless people went into this to do their drugs. But yeah, I just showed up. I'm like, where's the porta potty? I'm like, oh, it's still here. It was just melted. A fiery blaze of fury. Anyway. So that's it for my first day on the job of a healthier life, which is harder than the actual job I get paid to do is right now. So I'm not doing this because I want to do a series about anything. I'm not doing this to make my channel grow, to get subs, product placements, any of that stuff. I'm just doing it because this feels healthy to me, tracking what you're doing. And if I'm doing a video like this every day, it's that little extra push to, remember what you're doing, why you're doing it, and to keep doing it. So, thank you anybody who's watched, and I'll see you tomorrow.